What's going on, everybody? Another episode of the Merciless Opinion. I don't know if I'm liking that whole stream starting soon thing. I'm just playing around with it right now. So today, we're supposed to have kind of like a scheduled talk. Well, we're supposed to have a whole scheduled talk about something, some kind of topic, and I've been tossed a few ideas here and there. I've mulled over quite a few, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't have like an idea of what I wanted to do today. So, with that being said, I am. As I was sitting here thinking about it, like I just got home like 45 minutes ago, if that. Um, I started thinking about what I could do. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And it fucking hit me. Me and a friend of mine were on the phone today, and it hit me like a ton of bricks when I started thinking about it. We're going to talk about the human brain and everything it, well, not everything it does, because it's still a huge mystery on how the brain actually picks and chooses what it kind of wills to feed the entire body, the nervous system, all your senses, what it feeds, all of that, and how you make your your decisions based on the information it decides to feed you. Because the brain picks and chooses kind of what it wants you to recognize, focus on, notice, or catch, and lesser words. Because if you've noticed that you can see your nose at any time, right? But the brain chooses to kind of focus that out of attention because it knows it's there, it knows what it's doing, it knows its job. The only time we really notice our nose is when we start, actually kind of looking for it and paying attention to it, right? So at any other time of the day, you can still see your nose, but you aren't focusing on it, you aren't noticing it. So the brain picks and chooses what it wants to kind of, get the information from the surrounding environment that you're in. And, some people's brains are wired differently to notice different things, and that's kind of a great thing, right? Because we're not all thinking at the same exact thing, not thinking of the same exact thing that somebody else is thinking of. Like, our attention may be pulled something like to our left, and they're paying attention off to our right, which would be their left. Unless you're facing the same way, but either or. But yeah, the brain is like I said, we got to talking about that today just over the phone. It's extremely funny on how it chooses what you pay attention to. Like as a driver, I would pay more attention down the road and to surrounding environments, interacting with whatever road I'm on. I wouldn't pay attention like far off or behind me as much. You do got the mirrors and such, and you do need to pay attention behind you. But I'm more focused on ahead of me and people around me, bicycles, motorcycles, people running, people jogging, people walking their dogs, kids out playing. Like, I will notice that before maybe somebody doesn't drive as much. And you got the people that, their brain's not, I don't want to say defective, but it's wired entirely different. They pick up different things out of their reality, and their brain creates a whole new reality out of what they're getting versus what mine might get out of the same kind of information. Like a scientist might pick up something more meaningful from some of the same information that I can get, and I would pick up something more fast-paced. I don't really want to say that either, because scientists think fast. But a numbers person would pick up more numbers than I would. If numbers were being thrown at us, and I'm not a real big numbers guy. So a numbers person would pick that up a lot faster than I would be able to pick it up. Eventually, I might be able to pick it up, but I will not be able to pick it up as fast as they pick it up then and there. Um, Dang, what's going on tonight? But yeah, like I said, this is like kind of like a little quick thing. I don't know exactly how much time I'm gonna spend on it. I do want to spend a little time with you folks, just to be able to give you guys a chance to pop in, say hi, say hello, hang out a little bit, and let's talk about something. Another idea of a topic was tools, but I'm not. I want to talk about tools somewhat, but I'm not gonna argue the point for a tool. Uh, if you made it to my age, you know kind of what tools you might need to get you to make it through for the most part. Uh, but I've had a little bit of experience with some mechanic work here and there, and I know and understand the value of one tool over another, versus somebody that may not have ever picked up a wrench or a socket. Uh, around the house, you need some scissors, a hammer, some nails, screwdriver, uh, and that's pretty much the basics of what you're going to want in the house. But I got a lot more than that. I've got sockets, wrenches, plenty of hammers, a few blades, screws, bolts, nails, some extra wood laying around. I think there's actually some over there. But tools feel kind of like a unless it's brought up and asked for. Uh, while I'm live, I'm not really going to kind of dive into it. Um, Now, as far as my scheduling goes, I believe I'm going to have to go back and fix it. I'm kind of. I really like the open mic nights, the open comment nights. They're doing really well. Um, the interviews are doing fantastic. I love having each and every one of them on that have been on. I'm in the works. I'm in discussions with our next interview this upcoming Saturday. Uh, Now, as far as the analytics go, I'm seeing a little bit of a drop off on what I originally intended. Starting this not the Merciless Opinion. The Merciless Opinion, you guys are doing great. We're doing great with this. But I started out as just streaming some gameplay, and I'd like to kind of get more towards that, you know, uh, because that's kind of what I'd like to do. Like I said, I'm loving the open comment nights, loving the interview nights. So, like, what is it? Monday and Wednesdays, I attempt to, you know, fill people in, uh, just with some local banter. As you can see, the turnout right now for this one is not that great, and I'm not exactly sure if that's due to. I know people are busy. I know that I'm not not the greatest at doing these kind of things, but I'm thinking it's going to be and Tuesdays and Thursdays may be chopped off. That'll give me more time to be prepared for you guys, having more topics to go on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and of course Saturdays. But on Fridays, I think I'm gonna rededicate that back to my gameplay, uh, just because it's something I need to get back to. Uh, so yeah, tonight's the last week of the full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times going live. Because it was Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, twice on Fridays, and twice on Saturdays. So what it will be when Wednesdays, Fridays probably twice, because I do love the open mic night, and I'm gonna get back to gaming. So that'll be twice on Fridays and twice on Saturdays. That's including the interview and some gameplay later on. So that is an update for you guys on the Merciless Opinion. We will be scaling it back just a little bit, but we'll still be live Wednesdays, Fridays, twice, 5 times a week. And that's been under heavy consideration for a couple of weeks. I don't want to tire you guys out, and I've been saying that for at least through last week. I was saying, I know about the viewer fatigue, and know it's an absolute insane schedule. And I've done it for you guys, and like I said, I went through the analytics. I've noticed what I have noticed in the analytics. The open comment nights, they're doing great, and their interviews are doing great. But to scale it back a little bit, keep it more manageable, since my little one starts school next week as well, it gives me more time to help her out and let her get situated. And if it comes down to it, we'll go back to seven times a week being live. But currently, at the moment, I'm not seeing a reason to. I'm not seeing a reason not to. I'm just there to make it more manageable on my end, to not be live 7 times a week out of 5 days, 4 days, 5 days. Again, it's nothing personal on my part or your guys' part. You guys, like all the time, are awesome. If you wish to reach out to me between going live, like I said, this week will be the last week of 7 times going live, unless I can kind of justify it. But if you do wish to get in touch with me more than the scaled back schedule will be, there is a link in the description to the Discord of the people that have supported me and have been more of a push than a shove. Like, they pushed me in the right direction. They've always given me the little nudges. They've been there for this whole thing, and that is the Discord to LOA/DeadWolvz. That should be in the description. Go show them some love too, man. Everybody over there is fantastic folks. I couldn't ask for a better online family than them. As far as me personally, on Fridays, we will still have the open topic, open comments. I love those things. But after that, I'm gonna probably scale it back to about 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes per episode here. And then after that, an hour after I end that, this week I will be finishing up the BAW build challenge on 7 Days to Die. After that, I'm thinking about doing maybe a little something else, maybe some more. Let's probably do something on like Guild Wars or what is that other one? Phantasy Star Genesis. There's a couple of games that I'm waiting to hear more about to see if I'm going to get into those or not. But as far as that goes, that is it for an update from this channel. It's only been 15 minutes in, so if anybody has anything, the floor is open. If not, I guess I'm going to call it this evening to go set up my little one's laptop and make sure she's good and ready to go for school. Again, thank you all for always viewing and supporting, all your comments, and I will wait a few moments here just to make sure that nobody has anything to say. Again, if you want to get in touch with me, or mostly anybody that's been in the comments, the link is in the description. We're all there for the most part, and we would love to have you over there. LOA DeadWolvz. I think they even have a YouTube channel here. You can look them up. I think it's under DeadWolvz. They're also on Twitch. I believe under LOA. They're also on Kick. Let's see what else are. Let's see, Twitch, Kick, YouTube. I think there's a few more that I'm forgetting, and since I did forget them, I apologize. Look up LOA or DeadWolvz. DeadWolvz is spelled DeadWolvz, and LOA is living off adrenaline. And again, I didn't really have a topic for this evening. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update and talk about the brain a little bit. Give you guys an update on what I'm feeling out during this process. I know we're just kind of getting started, but you know, scaling it back gives you guys all a chance. Let you guys kind of know where I'm at, feeling about it. I believe that we're doing well, but we can do a little better. But with that being said, I hope everybody has a good evening. And remember that you are important. Take care of yourself, take care of others, love yourself, love one another. We're all humans at the end of the day. We make mistakes. We have to learn how to live with them. Everybody have a good evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow for open comment night.